You know when you call the ending of a movie at any point during the movie before the ending actually happens, and you're so sure you're right? Yeah, I did that with this movie, and I was way off. Which is annoying because what actually happens is very by the book. But you know what? It was still well done. Let's talk about it. The Woman in the Window is a Netflix original that stars Amy Adams, Gary Oldman, Julianne Moore, Wyatt Russell, and Anthony Mackie. Yes, that Wyatt Russell and Anthony Mackie. A little bit different roles here, though. So right out of the gates, the movie's got some very impressive star power going for it, but unfortunately, the only one that really gets to shine is Amy Adams. Julianne Moore only appears in one scene, really, and Gary Oldman, while he is giving it his all like he always does, that all isn't much to work with, to be honest. Same goes for Russell and Mackie. They just sort of come across as plot devices. It really is Amy Adams' show. Amy Adams's. She plays Anna, a psychologist with agoraphobia who meets weekly with her own therapist to try to work through her issues. We're told pretty early on in a roundabout way that the reason that Anna is an agoraphobe is that she tried to kill herself. At least I think that's how it was set up. Her therapist says at one point, people who try to kill themselves give up the right to make fun of it. Or something like that. And I took that to mean that was the reason why she is struggling with the issues that she has. So Anna is on this absolutely ridiculous amount of medication, which she openly mixes with copious amounts of wine. Always a good time, or so I'm told. Because she doesn't leave her house, her daughter lives with her husband, who she is separated from, and they talk on the phone lots. Which is kind of hard to wrap your head around. But I suppose that is something that might have to be in place when a parent is as messed up as Anna is. Anna spends her days wandering around her apartment and watching her neighbors across the street. She lives in an old brownstone building and has a very clear view across the street into everybody's home. Pretty soon, Gary Oldman and Julianne Moore move in across the street with their son Ethan, and that's when Anna starts to notice a possible pattern of abuse and makes it her mission to get to the bottom of what's going on. Sound familiar? Calling it a ripoff of Rear Window isn't actually fair. And the movie does itself a favor of establishing the fact that Rear Window is a movie that exists within the world of Woman in the Window, and Anna most likely owns it as she has a rather large movie collection. I also believe there was a still frame of Rear Window in the opening credits, like it was paused on Anna's TV or something. I might be wrong about that, but it sure looked like a scene with James Stewart. Maybe I'm crazy. It's an interesting cocktail of mystery and she said, they said, as Anna believes she witnesses a crime, and Amy Adams does a great job of playing this terrified, paranoid, agoraphobic, struggling woman. I said it was her show, and it really is. I don't believe there was a single scene that she wasn't in. The focus is solely on her and her journey through this disturbing time in her life. Disturbia! That was the other movie. Anyway, moving on. I enjoy stories like this because I like seeing the sort of twisted BS the screenwriters can come up with to keep us guessing until the end. And they did a really decent job here. Like I said, I thought I had the ending pegged. And come on, an alcoholic, pill-popping, shut-in cat lady who loves old movies? I thought I was spot on. Oh well. The climax is sort of meh, and it leaves a few unanswered questions, but it's best not to dwell on them and just enjoy the movie for what it is. If you like stuff like Rear Window or Disturbia or even Shutter Island, to a certain extent, then you'll probably like The Woman in the Window. Amy Adams gives a great performance and the movie has enough twists and curveballs to keep you guessing. So what about you? Have you had a chance to see The Woman in the Window yet? It's available on Netflix if you haven't, but if you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Terrified, paranoid, agoraphobic, showing one.